Hey, welcome back to Kevin's Meat Market. You know what it is, episode 277 of Kevin's Meat Market, and you can buy all the fine meats that you want. We have plenty of takers on the Kevin. You thought there'd be nobody interested in the t-shirt. And honestly, I think with a quantity of 5, we would have high demand based on the short polling that we've done of the Walk On Army on Patreon. You look good today.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
You wearing the
You are
polo?
still not wearing sleeves.
Fuck no, dude. Oh man. Some people would think I'm almost gassed up, but I haven't got to that part yet.
You haven't
Kevin,
gotten to the taking steroids part yet?
no.
It's coming though. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? I've considered dabbling in the has any guy our age or that that likes lifting weights ever not had at least the thought of like, what if I just not
I
not
think anyone who's ever picked up a weight before is considered, I would like it if picking up this weight was a lot easier.
Steroids, right?
Would help that, yeah.
And what if I looked incredible while doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
what if my kidneys also failed? Though?
What if I, messed up my natural testosterone production, by injecting exogenous testosterone?
What if I couldn't father children anymore?
That's a big one. That's the one for me. That's like, that probably not going to happen until I have kids. And even if it does, it's still probably not going to happen. But now that we've talked about the, some bro stuff, welcome in to the Wash Up Walk-Ons. It's not Kevin's Meat Market, although that does sound like a great segment that we could do.
I think that'd be like a good retirement job. Like you retire
and you work a meat market,
your career, and you open up a little butcher shop, man. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, but do you know what you're doing?
No, I know what I'm doing. It's like
you just
hey, like ribeye, tenderloin.
Oh, you're just selling. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think I'm doing?
I thought you said butcher shop. I thought people are bringing you animals and you're cutting them up in the back.
No. I'll get a supplier, provide me some high quality meats,
right.
Sell them to the people.
Is there any way, if we keep making this a theme, is there any way that we can get some Washed Up Walk-Ons brand meats? Like a nice, array of steak cuts that are Washed Up Walk-Ons brand? That would be elite.
We can.
Josie needs to quit.
There, see if there's any local butchers that want to.
Yeah.
Have the walk-ons meat of the week or something like that.
Oh yeah. God, man, that'd be amazing. Again, welcome
in. Little 2-ounce medallions, but
oh yeah, just little guys, little appetizers. It is Wednesday, December 15th. And to be honest, today could have been better for me, and I'm not going to get into that. I'll get into that in DHT next week because that's what we talk about in DHT. And what we are going to talk about today was signing day. Hey, Kev, how do you feel about signing day, dude? You know anything about that?
Nah, don't know anything. I took a picture with a hat. I didn't sign anything though.
Did you actually take a picture with a hat?
Yes.
I didn't even do that. So. Dude, and walk-ons are getting like the whole experience now too.
What do you mean?
Like even walk-ons are, they sit down at the table, they got the Iowa flag, they're signing a piece of paper. I don't know what the fuck they're signing because
what do they sign? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they print them like a little participation, letter, right? It's like on the paper probably says this letter was printed to make it look like you're actually a scholarship athlete, but you're not, you soft bitch. No, shout out to the walk-ons today. It is interesting, sort of the excitement that goes down. The Hawks, and you probably don't follow this, Kev, but the Hawks just absolutely scored today. I think they got we got a couple late signings in the past week or late decisions. Obviously, Wampa was the big one out of Southeast Polk. Mm-hmm. Turns out when you get a 5-star recruit to commit to your school, that's a pretty good recruiting tool. And other guys want to come play with that guy. And Phil Parker cleaned house on the defensive recruiting. I think we had like all four cornerbacks that we wanted, all signed to Iowa. We've got a 4-star coming from Florida that's a running back. We got a couple D linemen today that I saw.
These are all guys that literally just made a decision today or announced it today.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
pretty decent day.
T Barnes is having a day. I thought maybe we have T Barnes on this bitch if he's willing to come on. Talk about recruiting.
We could talk about it.
We could talk about it, huh?
We could talk about it. He might be a little salty with me. One of the guys that they were going after this year have a little bit of a relationship with. He ended up committing to Michigan a few months back. Month back, but yeah.
You know a high school kid?
Yeah, so it's my godfather's stepson.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they committed to Michigan.
He ended up going to Michigan.
Full ride?
Oh yeah.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
That's a blue blood scholarship right there. We couldn't even get the shit color blood schools.
Yeah, it was down to Iowa and Michigan for him.
What do you play?
Linebacker.
ATH. That's what I was coming out of high school. I was an ATH.
No, he's a linebacker.
Okay. Yeah. We also got, get this. I think we got several recruits that had full ride offers. Like I think 2 3-stars, 1 tight end and 1 linebacker, I want to say. Maybe the linebacker was a 2-star. They had full rides to like other smaller schools. They're walking on for the Hawks, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's some big walk-on Army energy right
Yeah, that's some walk-on. Oh, dude, that's a T-shirt, Kev. Come on now. Walk-on energy? Oh, fuck, man. We're selling the shit out of that. And I'm not giving
Jake Gervais 100% fake juice on the back.
Yes, we're going to get a caricature of Jake Gervais's, or it also could be Cooper Kupp. It's one of the two.
They look like the identical.
We just need one of the two. We need a picture of one of the two, and then we'll put that face on the back of the T-shirt. Walk on energy. Oh shit. What if we just put like the Flash, the superhero Flash? Yeah. He's just got the lightning bolt on the front. What if we put walk on energy with just a lightning bolt underneath, or a Tesla? Oh, walk on energy. They're the Tesla.
See if Elon will get in on that one with us,
dude. What if we get Tesla as a little title sponsor? Actually,
Elon does love his memes, so
right? Like if Tesla and Elon Musk just randomly wanted to sponsor an Iowa football podcast, that would be very Elon, just like random as fuck, you know. He's gonna have to wait until March because that title sponsorship is getting filled. Oops. More on that to come. I don't
know anything about this, but cool.
Yeah, I haven't told you anything about it. Oh, sorry. This is
really chippy with that 34% you got.
Ooh, bigger than 33. 34, greater than 33. Put it on your whiteboard in there, big boy. Yeah, so I guess the Hawks killed on recruiting day. And if you guys want, the walk-ons, we're not the guys to follow for your recruiting news, right? I would suggest our guy David Eichholt and his colleague Sean Bach over at 247 Sports, a site that I never had a profile on, probably because Hart don't have stars, baby. And you can find all the actual deep, detailed information over there. I do know this with today's recruits, they talk about all the recruiting class rankings and all this shit. I believe we just jumped into the top 25.
All right. Cool.
So pretty good historically. And I'm going to edit this longer delayed silence out of the podcast, but the 247 Sports Iowa recruiting class. A good host would have had this up. That's not me. So we're currently ranked 24th for the 21 class. Or was that last year's class? That would have been last year's class. So the
22 class is getting signed.
Okay, so the 21 class was actually ranked 24th. The 20 class was ranked 35th. 19 was ranked 41st. If you go back to 2013, we've talked about our class before. We were ranked 56th.
Hey, but that doesn't include us because we weren't a signing class.
But
Would have been
even
an all-time walk-on class. I'd take our walk-on class against
over
any in the country.
over anybody, dude. We all, yeah. So the idea there is I don't know if other than last year in 21, we've had a class in the top 25 in the past, kind of since we've been around the program, right? And if we can put together another top 25 class, that's 2 in a row, 2 of the best recruiting classes on paper of maybe KF's era. I don't know. I'd have to go back, good host. Would have went back and found that out. If he's been doing this stuff with 40th ranked classes, 50th ranked classes, what do we do when we got a couple classes in there that are top 25, huh?
Yeah.
What happens when the Jimmies and the Joes are actually of the same caliber?
It's usually good news for us.
Yeah, I would say.
I think we talked about it before. Back when we were playing, I almost going into every game, I always felt like we were the less talented team, like 70% of the time.
Yep. Oh, more than that.
You think?
In conference or overall?
Just overall.
Overall, with the non-conferences and Iowa State, which even Iowa State some years was like, they've got some decent talent. Yeah, I'd say at 3/4 of games. In conference, right. I would say it's probably closer to 80% of the time.
Right. And that may or may not have been true. No way to tell. But I just felt like we always won by just being the more disciplined, better prepared team.
Right. Then you
take a talented team that is also disciplined, well prepared. Then that's Michigan. Something to be.
You get the Michigan Wolverines of 21. Some bitch.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's something to be concerned about if your other football program.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still gotta develop these guys and these high school boys into young men, and get them doing things the Iowa way.
Yeah. The other big time news of recruiting this week was we landed a 4-star quarterback out of New Jersey in the 2023 class. His name is Marco, and I'm going to botch it. Sorry, Marco Laines. It's spelled Laines. It might be Linus. I don't know. This kid's out of New Jersey. He's kind of a thick boy. Like if you search him and he's at these rival camps and in the tight Under Armour, he kind of looks like a Under Armour mannequin a little bit. He's a thick QB. Got the same quarterback coach as Nate Stanley and Spencer Petras. So
he can probably throw it 80 yards.
Yeah, so he can Jamarcus Russell it to the goalpost from the opposite 25, I'm sure. Says here, Lane, I'm just going to say Lanes is a dynamic playmaker who can get it done with both his arms and his legs. Whoa, Hawkeye fans, we've got a guy who can run. Who knows?
Feeling dangerous.
I think Baker might be feeling dangerous. He's got the COVID, I think. He's out on not IR, but I think he's out this week with the vid. Yes. While not a true dual threat, Lanes is mobile in the mold of current Iowa QB Alex Padilla. He shows great ability to climb the pocket, evade pressure, and take off when under pressure. As a senior at the Hun School in New Jersey, he ran for 512 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's decent. Love the fact of the guy being able to be mobile. I don't think we're ever going to be the program where we want to or need a guy that's going to run the read option and we're going to run the quarterback 10 to 15 times a game. But a guy that can escape pressure, make something happen outside the pocket, and occasionally run a quarterback draw. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, I would like to see some more option plays, some more read plays. Just modernize the offense in that way a little bit for me, just because I like the excitement. Like, to be honest, like when we played Nebraska and we played Logan Smothers. Tell me that offense that they were running wasn't exciting to watch.
Exciting? I don't know if that's the right word.
Oh, fuck you, Kevin. Kevin would run the triple option Army offense if he could.
Oh, 100%, man. Did you watch that Army-Navy game?
It was a good game. It was a good game.
But actually, Army's starting to spread it out a little bit more, and that's why they've actually had a pretty damn good offense this year.
Yeah.
Except for that game.
This kid threw for 95. I mean, again, we're talking high school in New Jersey. I don't know what these athletes are doing. Could be sitting back there picking their ass. I don't know. But this kid threw 117 passes, completed 95 of them, 81% completion rate, 9-0, 1,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. And that was as a junior. So he's got his senior season left.
That's pretty impressive.
God damn.
Pretty decent stat line.
That's better than my quarterback stat line in high school.
Only threw it 117 times the whole season?
Only 117 times.
What's that? 10 games.
It was 9 games. So.
Okay. That's a little bit better.
I don't know, 15 passes a game. Not even. Yeah. Don't judge the math there. About 13 passes a game. Yeah, I mean, and again, it's hard. This is why I don't get super into recruiting, because I don't know. That kid could come in and just, he looks cool. He's a 4-star. Someone decided that this kid gets 4 stars and not 3, right?
Yeah. See, I'm such a terrible judge of high school talent, because I'm used to watching college football and rating it at a Phil Parker level of scrutiny. So anytime I see anybody's high school highlights, it could be the best recruit in the nation. I'm like, technique's terrible. Got lucky on a bad throw. That's why he got an interception. Nobody can tackle. He's running against Little Sisters of the Poor, and that's why he returned it for an interception. Now, I said I have no concept of what the level of play is in high school.
No concept, unless it's a specialist, which is easier because you're not actually like special teams, punting, kicking, snapping is just singular. There is no, you have to go against a defender, right? Or you have to read a cover. So unless it's a long snapper snapping rockets, baby, I ain't got shit. I'll just go with 247 guys and Mr. Eichholt. Shout out. How much time you got, Kev? You got 15 more minutes?
I got 15 more minutes.
Okay, we're gonna answer some questions. We went to the Discord. Again, the Discord's part of the Patreon here. Several people active in the Discord, literally as we speak, having conversations. I sent them a little thing that said, hey, hit us with some questions. We're gonna do a little Q&A. And I'm sure we've answered some of these before. But what was your all-time, while we were there, favorite KF moment? And what got him the most heated during our playing days?
Favorite KF moment.
I know mine.
I know I'm between 2, but I'm going to go with the funny one. And we've told this story before.
Okay, I think it's the same one.
Are you talking about the beef bowl guy?
Oh, no. That's a great one. Tell this one.
All right. So Rose Bowl week. All right. We have what's called the Beef Bowl at Lowry Steakhouse. They do it every year. They host each team separate days, and it's like a whole event. They feed the team some prime rib, some cream corn. We beat the hell out of Stanford in the amount of prime rib and cream corn that we ate, but
whoop that ass.
Talk about that. People forget that.
People forget. They remember the Rose Bowl, but they ain't remember the Beef Bowl, motherfucker.
They forget that we won the Beef Bowl. Anyway, the MC during this event,
oh man,
is like some local weatherman, and he comes up to the microphone, and his face is beet red.
Oh,
it looks like he's like got the tightest face, just like strapped to the back of his head. And his face is beet red, and it looks like this dude's just been doing coke in the back.
Coke,
room, which he very well might have been. It's Los Angeles. I don't know what happened.
Probably was.
And this guy is like telling some awful jokes, and eventually he gets to the point where KF's got to make some remarks, and he calls him to the stage, and he's like, "And the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Kurt." Oh boy, Kurt. Ferentz.
Kurt Ferentz. Oh man.
KF comes up to the microphone and feels a little bit slighted that this guy has no idea about what the Iowa people are like, Iowa Hawkeyes, the University of Iowa, or how to pronounce his name. All right. It's supposed to be a classy affair. This guy is in La La Land. And he goes up to the podium and he's like, yeah, it's Ference, rhymes with Clarence or parents, but whatever. We'll get on that. Anyway, few weeks later, it's like our first week back in the complex after our winter break, after the bowl game. And I think we're like in training table. We're just eating lunch or dinner or something. And KF comes up and is like, what was your favorite part of the bowl game? Some guys say like Disneyland or, just hanging around LA, whatever, He's like, all right, well, what was your least favorite part? Pretty obvious, right? So that asshole at the beef bowl.
Oh, he's just fighting hard for everyone to shit on that guy with him. Like, oh my goodness. And it's just like in his little jolly, he really does have almost like a Santa Claus like rhythm to how he speaks. Like, like the,
Yeah, it's that fucking asshole at the beef bowl.
The fucking asshole at the beef bowl, huh? Man, what a story. Mine comes from bowl prep of, man, I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was.
I already know what this is.
And he goes into, I mean, we set up some team activity, which is common during bowl prep. There's a lot of stuff because everybody else on campus goes home. They get to see their family. So the football team tries to make it a family event, a family affair. Go see some movies, do some events, we brought like this indoor not paintball, laser tag to the indoor one time. It was great. Mm-hmm. And one of them was like, for some reason, a bunch of guys were dancing and showing off their dance moves. And KF, I don't know what move he was trying to do, but that man got in the middle of the circle, like a wedding circle, right? That Kevin Ward would find himself in the middle of. And you bet your ass that Kevin Ward owns the middle of that circle. KF owned the middle of a 130 person circle and gave like a shimmy.
No. I was right there on the edge of the circle when he goes in. We're like, yeah, KF, you gotta go. I was like, all right. They call this one the jackhammer.
Oh yeah, and he was like bunny rabbit in like quick feet.
Yeah, he does that around in a circle and the entire place goes wild.
It looked like he was having a seizure, bro. It was, I didn't know whether to laugh my ass off or fucking call the stretcher from across the street at UI hospitals. Cause man, but he was, that's just one of those things where he's one of those guys you like when a guy does that in front of his players, how do you not just love that shit, man?
I know. Honorable mention for me is another bowl prep, Christmas Day. Don't remember which Christmas, but we are practicing. And whenever we do Christmas Day practice, KF's always wearing a Santa hat. He wears that Santa Iowa Hawkeyes hat.
Yep.
Man, I don't remember which year this was. I want to say we were still in Iowa, though, because I think I remember it being in the indoor.
Okay.
And anyway, I don't remember what period it was. I don't remember what happened, but KF's pissed. KF is pissed. He's yelling, and he's like, we're starting over the period. Ho, ho, ho. Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh, even in him being pissed and just not happy about how the practice is going, he still gives us the ho, 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 man. That's gold. That's absolute gold. I wanted to get down to this one. You always talk about this and because we elaborate, this will probably be the last one. You always talk about how bowl prep and spring practice is so important to development. What is the team doing now during these 3 weeks that help the team get better and get a start on next season? Kev, you want to hit that?
Yeah, sure. Bowl prep can kind of suck ass a little bit, but
for young guys,
if you are a starter or senior veteran guy, you're going to finish the last week of the season. I think the guys have finals this week. They'll mostly just be lifting, kind of trying to get back in shape after getting worn down all season long. And then the following week, school's out, and we still got like 3 weeks left till game time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks and change. You don't need 2 weeks to prepare for one game. So what they'll do is we'll have more developmental spring ball type practices. So they're going to be long practices with a lot of drill work, not necessarily, during the season. It's a lot of teamwork, going over the other team's plays, scout work, that type of stuff. Versus here, we're really kind of drilling down into the nicks and crannies of really technique-oriented coaching and football practice. So be a lot longer 9-on-7 sessions, block sessions. So there's a lot longer practices. And then when it gets to team period, younger guys take a lot more reps.
Yeah.
The older guys, they'll take some reps still, but starters generally don't take that much. They don't necessarily need it. They've been getting ground down all year long. They still got one more game to play left. So you see the second string, third string, and even some of the fourth string, first year players starting to take actual reps within the scheme that we run, whether as a defense or offense, not running the scout cards that they've been running all year long.
Iowa football.
It's a chance for them to play Iowa football,
which is like the first time all
year.
Haven't
done since camp.
Yeah. One of KF's favorite quotes around this time of year and when the new year starts is, hey, we got a senior class of 15 guys. They're not coming back to fucking save your ass next year. Right. Or maybe I think Doyle might've said that a time or two.
Yeah. It's more of a Doyle quote. I think.
But I know KF had said some version of that as well. And like Kevin said, this is a time where, and it actually won't be such a problem this year because we do return a lot, but there are going to be some holes to fill. And so this is where those threes start to make a run at being a 2.
Yeah. So this is kind of what sets up for what the spring roster
battles in the spring
depth chart is going to be,
Yep.
Some guys really make a push here in these, week and a half of practices. As say they get looked at a little bit better and, they say, okay, this young guy has played pretty well in bowl prep. We want him to get more reps, so we're going to slide him in the second string for spring ball.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know if people know this or not, but the amount of reps that you get from a second string player to a third string player is a lot.
Drastic.
Yeah, drastic.
It's a very important period for young guys, essentially, to really tie that thought together. Before we go, Kev, does KF cancel practice because of the wind today? How far could Shudak hit from with 70 mile per hour winds behind his back? And could you even get a clean snap back in that wind? Answer is no. There's no fucking way I could snap in 70 mile per hour wind unless it was going in my direction, like in the face of the kicker or the punter. Shudak could probably
not even kicking PATs.
Right. We're not even trying to kick if it's this windy. Shudak could probably hit from 80, maybe 85 if he put one up in the wind and if it was legitimate straight behind him and it was 70 miles an hour. And KF, there ain't no goddamn way they're canceling practice today. If it was on the schedule, it's happening. So I don't know if
it is finals week, so I don't think it's happening.
Yes.
They probably don't have practice.
And we can talk that somebody asked about finals week as well and how they deal with that. My lights are literally going out because of the wind.
Yeah, I want to say we had maybe 1 or 2 practices and, some guys missed it for tests and whatever, but
optional
very
lifting.
Very light practice week.
Yeah. Kev, I appreciate the 30 minutes. It's been a hectic week. We're in a little bit of a changing over period. This bull prep period. It's a prep period for the walk-ons as well. We're doing a little mix and match. Life for me has been crazy this week. I've got a lot of shit going on, so that's why the podcasts aren't quite as deep and built out. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna be here, right? We're not some recruit that's just going to enter the transfer portal and then go to podcasting for some other school, man. All right. We're here to stay and we love you Keep that walk-on energy.
Although if someone's offering an NIL deal of a $1.5 million, we will podcast for another school.
100%. If
that dude who committed to Jackson State.
Yeah, the guy who flipped from Florida State to go play for Deion Sanders. If somebody out there is listening and happens to be an Oregon Duck fan and wants to, flutter a little $2 million deal in front of our face, hey, go Ducks, baby. Go Ducks. But everybody keep that walk-on energy. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe in this wind, all right? Which you're hearing this post the wind anyway, so that was a dumb comment. But we love you guys. We'll be back on Monday with some more football. And until then, peace.